Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Jam into Redemption at the Light of the Infinite Festival. Bonim Shiru Lamelech Viato Bonim Shiru Shiru Lamelech Siferes Mifoyor Ayayay Ashrei Yavodov Oy Yavodov Hamashmim b'kol shivcha V'yato bonim shiru lamelech Shiru lamelech Brah. Welcome to Jammin' with Redemption. How is music going to bring us to the state of Geula? How is music going to bring us to a place where we can tap into our true self and live from an authentic place? My name is Rabbi Shalom Leibowitz, and it is such an honor and it is such a pleasure to come to you today live from the holy mystical city of Tzfat to talk a little bit about the mystical power of music. Now, I'd like to just start with a story that personally inspires me greatly. It is of one of my greatest teachers and mentors, the great Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi, the Baal HaTanya. And the Baal HaTanya was a student of the successor of the Baal Shem Tov. And the Baal Shem Tov, as we knew, brought a revolution, an absolute new paradigm in our perspective of connecting to Hashem. And this revelation that was brought forward put such an emphasis on soul, on heart, on expression, on living authentic, on living real, and tapped in to who we really are. And music was such a key integral part to that. Now, when young Rabbi Shneur Zalman started becoming famous, and all the local rabbis around Russia and the area were just like, who's this guy? Who does he think he is? Heard he's a big scholar, but is he really? Heard he's a follower of one of them funny Hasidic guys. I don't know. And there was specifically one town that had a variety of brilliant sages. And it was known that Rabbi Shneur Zalman was coming to that town really soon. And he would be giving a drasha, a Devar Torah speech in the local shul. So on the day that he arrived into town, all the wisest minds in the town came for one and one purpose only, to challenge him. To see how brilliant was this man truly. How smart, how intellectual, how vast of a mind did he truly have. As all the people of the town take their seats at the front row, obviously, all these people who are ready to challenge him and see how brilliant he is. And Rabbi Shneur Zalman humbly and beautifully walks up to the podium. And everyone's about to jump at his neck and about to attack him with all their questions. And he just starts singing a simple niggun. Di-da-da-da-dum, oy-la-da-da-dum, di-da-ma-yam-ma-yam, di-da-i-la-da-ya-yam. suddenly something starts shifting, something starts happening in the minds and in the hearts of all those present. There's a stirring, there's an awakening from their heart, and their minds start quieting. And all the complex Torah questions that they had posed for Rabbi Shneur Zalman started to fade and started to get answered. Music was that key. Music was that power that the Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman, tapped into, that the Alter Rebbe utilized to transcend the mind and to access where we truly reside, our hearts and our souls. And at that place, the mind no longer has any questions. At that place, the mind is no longer frustrated and worried. At that place, the mind is peaceful. The mind is calm. The mind is present. And that's really the power of music. I just want to start by showing us how music has this unbelievable capacity to transcend what we'd call the prefrontal cortex, or the analyzing mind, the mind that constantly has us stuck in the past or the future. How was it, or how is it going to be? And it brings us right here. Now, what does this have to do with Geula? Well, Geula is a unification of the mind and the heart. It is allowing harmony. It is allowing synthesis throughout our whole being. We know that the big Darth Vader bad guy of the entire Jewish story is Paro. He epitomizes a state of non-Geula, a state of the opposite of being liberated. He represents Mitzrayim, contraction. And Paro has the same letters actually as the back of the neck. This constricted place between the mind and the heart. And allowing for harmony, allowing for unity between mind and heart, which is accessed so fully and so beautifully through song, allows us to step into a true state of Geula, a true state of living aligned. And when we're living aligned, where do we go back to? We go back to Yerushalayim, Yerushalayim Yircha, Oyoyoy Virachamim Toshuv, Vesishkoim Besoicha, Vesishkoim Besoicha, Kasher Dibarta. What do we know in the Beis HaMikdash? What was the primary service along with their Karbanot and the Ketoret? Was the Shira of the Levium, was the song. Mizmor Shir, Mizmor, Mizmor Shir, Shir Liyoim HaShabbos. Shira was the primary method of connecting to Hashem. And you know, one of the things that really speak to me about the word Shira is it has the same numerical value of the word tefillah, prayer or communion. That Shira is the highest form of prayer. This state where I can access a direct line, a direct relationship with my Creator. And when we do that, when we access that place, it allows that internal harmony, as you described, between the mind and the heart. But it also allows harmony amongst people. Have you ever seen two people talking at the same time? One talking and the other one talking, trying to talk over them, and everyone in competition to get words out. Two people that are talking at the same time are interrupting each other. But two people that are singing at the same time are in harmony with each other. Music has that phenomenal quality of taking disparate pieces, separation, and bringing harmony, bringing unity, bringing connection between those pieces. Which is why in the Beis Hamikdash, the Beis Tefillah, what did the Navi say? What does the Navi say? Ki Beisi, Beis Tefillah, Yikarei Lechol Ho'amim. Ki Beisi, Beis Tefillah, Yikarei Lechol Ho'amim. The Navi says that this is Hashem's house of worship. Hashem says, this is my house of worship for all nations, for all people. That Shira has this capacity to bring people together. And that's why Hashem says that this is my house for all people. My Beis Tefillah, my Beis Shira, my house of prayer, my house of song for all people. That is the power of Tefillah, of music. Now I'll tell you, I myself, I'm a little bit of a live music junkie. I love it. I love to jam as much live music as I can get, go to as many live concerts as I can go to. Thank God I'm blessed to be in a band called Shefa with two of my real blood brothers and two of my soul brothers. And we just love making some tunes and love jamming out. And one of the phenomenal experiences that I have by entering into a live music space is that everyone comes with their background and their ideas and their own heart. But when that beat starts going, all of a sudden, all the separate, disparate hearts start actually physiologically start beating on the same rhythm. All the individual sound waves of our individual souls actually start finding harmony, start finding tandem, start finding unity. That is the power of music. It is so phenomenal and it is so powerful. It deeply blows me away. And I'm just so grateful to be in a city, first of all in Tzfat, which is such an awesome bracha, that is so full of music, that is so full of life, and to be amongst a nation of creatives. Our tribe is such a creative tribe. It's phenomenal and beautiful. Am Yisrael, stand up, rise up. I'll give you guys a little bit, talking about heartbeats coming in tandem together. I'll give you a little bit of what my heartbeat does on this guy. Call that a little Shefa beats. What to me really speaks about this is the fact that it is both melody, it is both notes and notation and beats at the same time. So it's super cool. It's kind of that unity between chesed and gevura. How so? Well, we know Kabbalistically in the tree of life, you have the two primary sides. You have the right side of chesed and you have the left side of gevura. And the side of chesed is the side of expressive flow, of creation, of movement outward. And the side of gevura is the side of boundaries, is the side of limitations, is the channel that allows the flow proper direction into a space. If you think about a river, That river, that water is flowing. It has that chesed stream, but without the banks of the river, that water would just spill over everywhere. And it's specifically through the combo between the right and the left, between the chesed and the gevurah, that actually enable anything to be accomplished. So musically, melody is chesed. It's that raw flow, and what's the gevurah? What's the channel that keeps that all in order? Is the beat, is the rhythm. Yeah. Harmony between the right and the left, between the chesed and the gevurah. Once again, that we see music has this capacity to bring harmony, to bring unity, to bring oneness throughout creation, which is so powerful. And that really, for me, is geula. Geula is oneness. Geula is harmony. Geula is unity. A personal geula is finding that inner unity within ourselves, and a global geula is finding that unity amongst all of creation. Not just within our families, but definitely that's important, but within our tribe, within our people, within our communities, within humanity, and throughout all of creation. That harmony, that unity is geula living. And music is the most powerful immediate tool to usher in harmony, to usher in a state of global unity. Now, there are a variety of different kinds of songs. For example, some songs move in a linear fashion. What does that mean? They have a beginning. You're starting off at the beginning of the plot. There's some trajectory, there's some journey that it's taking, and then there's a conclusion, which is really nice. And I'm going to play you an original song of mine called Music is the Key that follows a somewhat of a linear trajectory. It goes like this. Yeah. When I'm feeling down and the world is looking bleak, I pick up the closest instrument to me. Music, music, come rescue me. Music, music will bring us peace. How does it start? It starts with a beat and then a melody. Bring a friend and sing in harmony. Music, music, come rescue me. Music, music will bring us peace. Because music is the key to freedom. Music is the key to love. Music is the key to healing. Music is the key to love. Oh, well, I dream of global unity. So I sing to all my family. Yo, what's up, fam? How you guys doing? Music, music, come rescue me. music will bring us peace. Because music is the key to freedom. Music is the key to love. Music is the key to healing. Music is the key to love. So sing and dance. Oh, 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 oh. So sing and dance. Oh, 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 oh. Music is the key to life. Music is mamash the key. It is that gateway, it is that door, it is that portal that we could all step in. And you know, Rabbi Nachman, the holy founder of the Breslov movements, the Breslov Chassidus, who mamish brought down incredible Torah into the world, tells us that every person must dance every day, and you can't dance without music. And Rabbi Nachman says that you gotta sing every day. And he says, even if you don't like your voice, guess what? It's not about sharing it to others or being judged by others. It is about a mode of self-expression. It is about allowing your internal reality to be expressed in a pure, kind, true way. And the truest method of expression that I have ever found personally for myself has been through song. Habocher b'shirei zimra. It is the method that Hashem chose to be praised with. We say every day in Yishtabach, Habocher b'shirei zimra. Hashem chose to be praised with song, for it deeply, truly comes from the soul. As the Alter Rebbe says, the Balatanya, that words are the pen of the heart, and music is the quill of the soul. Now, thank you so much for listening and jamming out to that last song. But as I said, it was kind of a linear song. It had a beginning, it had a chorus, middle part, chorus, end. That's one form of melody, which is a melody that's often adopted in the Western world, where the Western world, everything, or most things are looked at with a linear plane. That things have a start, beginning, end. And things are directed along this one directive and process. In the Eastern world, though, music, and which is really representative of their whole philosophy on life, is actually circular. That they play the same notation over and over and over. And it's supposed to express this notion of a cyclical process in life, and how life moves in a circular manner. And what is what will be. And everything that is always was. And you know, us as Jews, we are really the Tiferet. We are the middle balance, which is where that harmony, as we said, between rhythm, Devorah, and Chesed, that flow, the melody, is found. Like Avraham was an Ish Chesed, but he also begot the whole nation of Yishmael. And Yitzchak was an Ish Gevurah, and he also begot the entire nation of Edom, or as a lot of people would define it, modern Europe and Western culture. And it's specifically the Jew that is the son of Yaakov, that middle line, which is the balance, the harmony between Chesed and Gevurah, between melody and beat, which is the harmony between Eastern and Western, linear and circular. And how does a Jew sing? What are the classic songs of the Jews? It's called a nigun. Nigunim, oy nigunim, hayoitzim min alei. A Jew sings a nigun. Now a nigun isn't particularly linear or circular, contrary to popular belief. But a nigun is actually a spiral that constantly spirals up more and more. So it has that circular motion of a spiral, of a spiral, but it also has the linear direction of upward mobility, of upward movement, of experiencing larger and larger and higher and higher. That is the power of the nigun. And now I'll share with you one of my favorite nigunim, written and composed by the great tzaddik of Bardichev, Rabbi Leibowitz, coined as the defender of the Jewish people.
Every line that I rhyme is so sublime. Every beat to the rhythm, every word just in time. Sending out a message to every life form, to every mind torn. It's my time, it's my turn. The notes climbing higher than ancient spires, a fire that flows so free. Never wired to tire the vibrations that we're craving. I'm ever supplying the thoughts in my mind and heart. Is what I've been writing. It's everything that I do, and to you it's my boon, with many subtle messages like animated cartoons. It may take a little long, hopefully you'll get it soon. They say you got some crazy songs, I say I got some Looney Tunes.
That's a little rhyme I came up with a little while ago about music. There's so much you could share. There's so much you can express through it. You know, I'll just finish off with two things. A favorite quote of mine and a favorite story of mine. And that quote is, why do we sing a nigun multiple times, as we said, that spiral up? Well, you got to start somewhere. And the first time you sing the nigun, you warm up the nigun. But the subsequent times that you sing it, you don't warm up the nigun, but the nigun warms you up. There was once a man that went into the Pins Karlin Shul in Yerushalayim. Now, anyone that's been to the Pins Karlin Shul knows how fiery and how passionate they are. And every word of davening is mamish scream from the top of their lungs. Ay, 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 ay. And he was once there for Sudat Shlishit, the third meal with the Pins Karlin Rebbe. And they're singing, they start singing a niggin, da-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, and he hasn't been there previously, and he's really enthralled, really taken by the beauty of the nigun, by how phenomenal it is. And they sing the nigun once, and they sing the nigun twice, and everyone gets more into it, and he's blown away and wowed. And they sing it a third time, and everyone's even more into it, and he's wow. And they sing the nigun a fourth time, a fifth time, a sixth time, a seventh time, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times they sing the exact same nigun over and over and over and over and over and over again. After a little while, after 45 minutes at it, he nudges his friend next to him, who seemed to be a regular at that shul, and he said, "Excuse me, why don't we just keep singing this same song over and over again?" And his friend looked at him and he replied, "We don't change the song until the song changes us." Until the song changes us. How beautiful is that, to step into an experience where I truly want my life changed. I want to open myself up to develop as a human being, to graduate from the place that I am now and step into a new place of living. And what better phenomenal way to guide us through the journey of the soul than the quill of the soul, than through a song. Music is the quill of the soul. Music is that guide along the journey into self that allows us to access and allows us to experience our entire inner world in such a more profound, beautiful way. So I conclude with a bracha. I bless every single one of us to find our soul song. I bless every single one of us to sing every single day. I bless us to Bezrat Hashem be singing arm in arm, hand in hand together by the Beis Hamikdash Hashlishi, Bezrat Hashem Bekarov Mamash. Wishing you all a beautiful new month of Sivan, light, joy, and may the Torah, which itself is called Hashir, a song, permeate our hearts and allow us to reveal our souls in the truest, most beautiful, authentic way. Chodesh Tov, Chag Sameach.